What's up, YouTube? If you're new, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be installing a 208cc. I thought this was a Briggs & Stratton. It says Ironton on that. I don't know if this is a brand sold by Briggs & Stratton, but I thought this was a Briggs & Stratton. Anyways, we are installing a 208cc, around 6.5-ish horsepower engine onto my $50 go-kart. Let's actually reverse a little bit here. The $50 go-kart I bought probably a year ago, and I ended up buying two for $100. So one was 50, the other was 50. And we ended up extending the frame, putting a live axle on it, replacing the steering wheel with the other go-kart because it was better, painted it, and that's about it. And actually I messed up the steering, so we're gonna have to redo that again. But let's just go ahead and get right into this engine install. Also guys, if you like this little seating arrangement, we could probably get another guest on the show. And I actually set this up in like 2 seconds, and I really like it. Also, these seats are sweet. So if any of you guys were watching last video, we had this metal piece. As you can see, I rounded out the edges and made the holes a little bit deeper because the bolts wouldn't fit. And also marked off a little paint because we're going to have to weld it to the go-kart. So let's just go ahead and get into this install. First things first, we need to weld this to the go-kart. Alright, so I finished welding the plate, and the welds are super ugly, so I'm not even going to show you guys that. We actually have the wrong type of welder for this. I know it sounds stupid, but it'll keep the engine on there, so that's what the goal is. And we actually had these bolts to mount the engine, but I was looking around and I found these, and these are much better. They're just a little bit shorter, so hopefully they work. Let's go ahead and see. So I don't know if you guys could tell what I was doing there, but the chain actually does not fit this sprocket. I have 3 chains and 2 sprockets. One of the sprockets matches up with the clutch, but I don't know how to mount it on this axle, so I might need to buy a new one or find a way that I can mount it on here. But the bolts do work. The bolts do line up right, so that is good. But we are going to wait because the paint is actually so hot that it's melting on my fingers because of the welds. So we didn't end up getting the engine mounted on the go-kart today because we are missing a lot of parts, and that's kind of how these videos are going to go, because I don't tend to have all the parts at once, or I'm missing something because I don't know how to do it. So thanks for watching. Oh, and stay tuned for the next video because I will be doing an exhaust that I got at the junkyard with my dad.